The way they get the bye, I think I have this right. Boise State has to win. We have to win. Air Force has to lose. If those three things happen, we will have a bye into the middle of the conference tournament on the semifinals. Otherwise, we're playing on Sunday at a time to be determined. San Diego State, there is the final match. With that, statement and questions.
Thanks, Frank. Yeah, I'm just incredibly proud of this group. Again, like there's been a lot stacked against them with our scheduling this season, and they just continue to rise to the challenge. So really, really incredibly proud of this group, happy that they've made it into the tournament. And now we get to play on Thursday with a little bit less pressure, and we're in. So that's the good part, and we'll go from there. So yeah, really proud of the group. Looking forward to play San Diego State. They're always very good. And then more than likely probably going directly to Boise from San Diego, and we're going to go there and give it a go.
So you mentioned, the team has less pressure. I mean, when you're coaching these matches, I mean, are you trying? I mean, obviously you guys want the bye, but I mean, do you kind of play it a little differently, like keep some legs fresh going into the tournament? Or are you still like, hey, we got to win, we got to do whatever we can to potentially get this bye?
Yeah, fortunately, I think Air Force plays earlier than we do, so we'll have a little bit of an idea before the game starts on where we stand with that, and that would influence the decision. I mean, certainly if we're not going to get a bye, finishing third to sixth makes no difference at that point. Like, you're going to play 3 games. So we'll have a little bit more information, make decisions based on that. But if we can get the bye, we'll certainly fight for it.
So, I mean, you know what your team is at this point. The rest of the conference knows what your team is at this point. So is there anything that you still want to see, like going in and, close out the regular season before you start the tournament?
Yeah, I think I mean, I'll even share some of it. We've played 5 teams coming off their bye this season. 5. Most teams played less than 3. We had 2 split weekends this year. I think the only other 2 other teams in the conference had to do that. They've just, everything that could be difficult in conference, they've just risen to, and they haven't shied away from a challenge. And I think if you look at that, and we've only lost 1 game in conference, I'm just incredibly proud of them. They're just a resilient, hardworking, gritty group, and I think anytime you have that team, you feel good about your chances. So that's who we are. We know that's who we are, and I think other teams know that's who we are as well.
What's your team doing the best right now? Like the best part of Lobo women's soccer right now, what is that?
I mean, the best part of our program will always be our culture, without question. Just the way they treat each other, the way they behave off the field, who they are in the classroom. Like, that's something we're certainly the most proud of. But on the field, I mean, we've created a lot of great opportunities. I mean, I think most games we're in right now, we're statistically dominant, and we've been able to score goals. So and a lot of people have scored goals. I mean, I think Alyssa, Nicole, Ale are all 7 or 8 goals each, which is pretty impressive. So we're hard to stop, and we haven't given up a ton. So I think any team that's going to play us will be a little bit nervous about it.
So the travel plans would be to go straight from San Diego to Boise if you don't get the bye, is that right?
Correct.
And then if you do get the bye, would you come home and get a few days?
Yeah, if we do get the bye, we'll come home, because we wouldn't play again until Wednesday, which would be great. So they can actually come and recover a little bit and sleep in their own beds for more than 2 nights, which they haven't done in a while.
Yeah. Some teams do well when they don't take a break. They'd rather just play right through.
Yeah.
But would you rather have a few days off and maybe come back home? What would you prefer?
I'd rather have a few days off. Yeah, I'd rather have a few days off. I mean, I think if you can win 2 games for a championship or 3, the odds are probably a little bit better in your favor. But I hear you. I think when you're in a rhythm and you're playing well, sometimes keeping that rhythm is good too. So whatever we have to do, this team is ready to do, and they will not stop fighting.
It'll amount to an 11-day road trip. That's what it amounts to.
Yeah.
Very possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Thanks, guys. Thanks for jumping in, Frank. Appreciate it.